So with Money in the Bank being just a few days away, I figured it's the perfect opportunity to give you guys my overall predictions for the whopping amount of 4 matches that we have announced officially for this card. There is the possibility that they announce something last minute on a SmackDown, but we right now we have 4 matches. Last year I think we had 5, and it's been kind of the common tradition nowadays to have 5 matches for these B level PLEs, but now we have 4, which kind of lends you to believe maybe next year we'll have 3, then we'll have 2, then we'll have 1. I don't know, man. I mean, TKO, they're gonna do what they want to do. Do I mind the 4 match card? I feel like you could probably squeeze in a couple of matches here and there, maybe round it out to a 6 match card. But regardless, we have a 4 match card with 2 Money in the Bank matches, 1 tag team match, and 1 women's Intercontinental Championship. So I figured let's start off with the women's Intercontinental Championship, that being Becky Lynch against Lyra Valkyria. Now, when they officially faced off at Backlash like a month and a half ago, I came on here and I told you guys, I said I believe Becky Lynch is going to win that Intercontinental Championship, and she obviously didn't. But now, I mean, I don't believe she's going to go in there and lose twice to Lyra Valkyria. I believe that she will beat Lyra, and then eventually, probably that same night, we'll see the return of Bayley, and we'll get the sort of, I guess, announced match of Bayley against Becky for the Intercontinental Championship at the Evolution PLE that's coming up within a couple of weeks from now. So I believe that's kind of the direction that they're going in. I don't know if Becky loses. I don't know really what the direction is going forward for her. And I guess we might as well move on to the women's side of the Money in the Bank match. We have 6 women in this match, that being Stephanie Vaquer, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Julia. Literally any woman in this match I could vouch for, and I could give you a case why they possibly could win. I think somebody like a Stephanie, though, I feel like she's relatively new to the main roster. I don't believe that she's going to I don't really think she has a chance just yet. I think eventually maybe you could see that happen, but I think out of all these 6 women, I have to go with my favorite, that being Naomi. I think that Naomi, she is someone who could really benefit off of having that Money in the Bank contract just at all times, because Naomi on SmackDown is kind of like the loose cannon type character, where she's very unorthodox, I guess you could say. But just imagine her walking around with the Money in the Bank contract, threatening to cash in every single week. I think, number one, it would add a lot to that SmackDown women's division, because Naomi is essentially the top heel on that SmackDown division. I don't think the other women like Alexa Bliss or Roxanne or Rhea or Julia, I don't think they really need it at this point, especially somebody like a Rhea, because Rhea is obviously, she's Rhea Ripley, you know what I mean? She could get a championship match if she so desires. But I think somebody like a Naomi is the perfect opportunity, the perfect sort of, what the Money in the Bank match entails, that being Naomi. So my prediction is going to be Naomi. Now we move on to the men's side of things, that being LA Knight, Penta, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins, and everybody's favorite Grande Americano. Now, just kind of going over the lineup, let's do process of elimination here. Penta is not going to win. Andrade is not going to win. Solo, he has a better chance than both of those men, but I don't believe Solo is winning. Americano, listen, dude, I mean, I want to count Americano out of this, but lately you just really have no fucking idea whether or not they're going to do it or not. They could do it and then have Americano challenge for the AAA championship. I've heard that theory going around. And there's also the rumor that Triple H isn't really fond of the Money in the Bank concept, so he may want to just scrap it entirely as far as like getting rid of it like this quickly this year. So he may just give it to somebody like an Americano. But I'm gonna count him out for now. I think Americano, I think he gets unmasked here, if we're telling the truth. I think he gets unmasked by Penta in this match. And I feel like Seth Rollins is the easy, predictable answer. And to be honest, a few weeks ago, I said that Seth Rollins is probably going to win Money in the Bank and cash in on that June 9th episode of Raw against Jey Uso and Gunther. But, after this Monday, after Seth essentially cost CM Punk his opportunity to go to the Money in the Bank match, I don't think it's going to be so black and white that Seth is automatically the favorite, because they kind of want you to believe that Seth Rollins, he has this match won. But I feel like you'll probably see CM Punk and Sami Zayn get involved in this match and try to, stop Seth. But at the same time, they got laid out this past week, and Michael Cole said something on commentary saying, who can stop Seth Rollins at this point? Who can stop this Seth Rollins? And I can think of one person who could stop this Seth Rollins, that being the OTC Roman Reigns. I believe there is a very, very good chance that Roman Reigns ends up making his return at Money in the Bank, costing Seth Rollins, and then maybe we move on to a tag team match with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns or something along those lines. But I fully predict Roman Reigns will get involved in this match in one way, shape, or form. And that leaves your winner, my prediction to win the Money in the Bank for 2025, LA Knight. I think LA Knight definitely could use this Money in the Bank contract. I think he's been in the Money in the Bank match now with this entry 3 times, one in 2023, one in 2024, and then this year. And I feel like people would be a little disappointed if he was to be in this match and didn't end up winning this match. And plus, you kind of have to take a look at where LA Knight is at currently, because he's in the Bloodline Vortex still on SmackDown, and it feels like every single week you get the same sort of scenario with LA Knight, where he challenges JC Mateo, where he challenges Solo Sikoa, where he challenges Jacob Fatu. It just kind of feels like the same thing over and over and over again. So number one, him winning this would obviously, it would add to his resume, but it would also move him over to Raw, because I feel like LA Knight has a way better opportunity of winning the World Heavyweight Championship than he does from John Cena, the WWE Championship. So my prediction is going to be LA Knight. And we move on to what I presume is the main event here, which in my case, I really wouldn't main event with this. I would probably open with this. But that being the abrupt sort of, I guess, placed together match between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso against Logan Paul and John Cena. Now, straight up, I'm going to tell you that the baby faces are going to get the win here. I think Cody Rhodes maybe ends up pinning John Cena after some sort of distraction, because they kind of teased that John Cena and Logan Paul, they're sort of loose allies right now. Like they obviously tease tension between both of them. You really don't know why they're teaming up together. I guess it kind of makes sense in the story of Cena trying to ruin wrestling, but this match kind of does feel a little, like put together last minute. I think Cody ends up winning, and I think we have that match between Cody and Cena eventually down the line. I'm more interested as far as Jey Uso goes, because Gunther, he told him this past Monday, like, hey, you have your hands in every single cookie jar and you're everywhere. You're a great person, you're a great man, but you're not a good champion. So I'm really like, if there's anything that I'm looking out for in this match, it's what effect this match has on Jey Uso, because 2 nights from then he has to defend the championship against Gunther. So I feel like the only interesting thing about this match is really Jey Uso. I pray to God we do not end up seeing Travis Scott appear in this fucking main event, because holy fucking shit, if he does, man, that'll be something. But I feel like Money in the Bank this year, it kind of has to knock it out of the park, because with what's been going on as far as the R-Truth situation goes, because fans are starting to lose some sort of hope with the creative side of things. So, but regardless, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know your thoughts and your reactions to Money in the Bank, what your predictions are for the Money in the Bank matches as well. Let me know everything down below, and until next time, I will see all of you on the next one.